side. You know what I'm saying? This bitch made 23, I ain't tripping. Keep it real, man. Still calling my pockets every day of my life. Cause you can't speak for the next day, you don't know if you don't see that day, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm tripping. Hey, what's up, boy? You gonna put it down. The brother K-Love, somehow. You know what I'm saying? Put Mel Booze up. Lil Gil Cooper, gonna be out back for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, Blast, what's up, boy?
That's too lit. That's too lit. Look up, baby.
Let's go, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? Dre, what's up? My drugs, Gallo. Sipping the Gallo, how about? Balls, stay on my mind.
I like that. What's going on? Yeah, he real. Okay. Okay, B. Okay. Yeah, him.
I'm a counting drinking.
See if I can get us on place.
Chillin' on the side of biology, Prada on the side of me, little red beat, and the hearts in the back of a G. Don't forget about the sick love down with me. My Prada diamond on, he got my back. Southside big niggas know we pistol pack. Keep it moving the flow, on the biggie down low. Keep it tight, bomb, fade, bless a nigga with fun. Had enough froze on the south side. Keep tight, bomb, fades. And play a man.
That's what they were beating hard, man, on the south side, north side.
Mama G got coding skills, coding on my mind all through the year. I'm a drink nigga thinking about bar. On my mind, young G tryna go far. Keep it real, you know I'll be dope. Starts less close, I'm down straight forward. To the hill I ain't scared to sip on drink. Plus I know you're thinking about what back. I'm a drink till I D.I.E. Bravery from the goddamn three. The real show my skills, you know my clip. That's the screw of the clip. We so goddamn flip. Screwed up clip.
Okay. What's going on?
We back again, man, for another episode of brand new year
of Trap Talk.
Trap Talk.
Yeah, Trap Talk. Hey, man,
2020.
Hey, man, get live for that, man. When you hear Trap Talk, you know.
For sure.
Thank y'all, man, for tuning in. This is the first show of 2020. You know, good to be back.
For sure.
Good to be back amongst my brethren.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Good to be back amongst the YouTube family, man. If you tuned in right now, be sure you subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell, so you know when it's on, it's on.
Share a comment, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, get acquainted with the press box when you see the microphone and the, you know what's up, man. Know what's going down. Sure. It's good work, man. It's good work, man.
Trap Talk, I'm Boy Lee.
Hey, this your boy CA.
You cool, Rashidi.
Hey.
You did? Hey man, today's show, man, is sponsored by none other than the Mobile Notary.
Okay, we'll go with that one.
Go ahead and let them know what that is, man.
It is what it is. It's in the name. The business is plain. I come to you wherever you are. I'm a traveling, reliable, administrative professional that provides loan signing services and general notary work for anybody in the state of Texas, but more notably in the East Texas area. You can call me at any time, 430-558-0058, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
You heard that, man. This is Trap Talk, talking professionally, talking real aspects professionally. Pardon me,
Yes, sir.
but tell them
Okay.
what you just said. What you just said. The other acronym was
Oh, a traveling, reliable, administrative professional.
TRAP.
Mhm.
Trap. Yeah, man, for the 2020. But yeah, good to be back, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed, man. Yes,
You know.
indeed.
It's an important day in history.
Yeah, it is.
In fact, it is none other than said
Hey.
birthday.
Yeah.
What
Born
it
day.
is.
Clap that up, man. Boy, made it another year.
Hey, 34, man. You
Yes,
feel
sir.
Good, man. Salute, man. Thank y'all, man.
Good number.
Hey, man, that's a good number, and it's just, just being able to be like, hey, I went from 20 all the way to 34. Shit, I mean, I gotta be doing something right.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean? It might not be the best, but it's getting me through, man.
Is that 86? You was born in 86?
86, son.
Man, if I could only tell you.
What you doing in 86,
Man.
man? Was it good?
86, I was
Was
like
it good?
9 years old.
Yeah.
It was nice.
It was good.
80s was the best decade ever.
So I heard.
90s might be the best in some aspects, but
So I
man,
heard.
80s, man.
Yeah, born in 86, so we really don't experience the 80s. We call ourselves 80s babies.
90s.
But we grew up in
Straight
the
up.
90s. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Let's just be real. So, man, it's just a lot has changed in growing up and seeing youth now. And, because at one point in time, I was the youngest. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so just seeing it manifest into seeing other cats being younger cats and in this generation of doing different things.
Right.
I'm not here to say, this is wrong, you shouldn't do this. But damn, man, it's wild out
You know
here.
better, you do better, man.
Yeah, hi, Davis, Bucko.
Bucko.
Bucko, it is wild out here.
It's wow.
Wild West. But
Yeah.
but
You're right.
just thankful and humble, man, to be able to come in here and sit with y'all and do what we do, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
2020. A lot of shit happened.
Shit, I know it's Go Tigers.
Yeah, oh,
I can tell you that.
Shit.
Baton Rouge.
North
Side.
The Tiger is out the bag.
38th and Windburn.
Damn.
The Struma High School.
Damn.
The Dirty
My bad.
Damn.
Yeah. Shout out
Baton
to
Rouge.
John,
Baton
man.
Rouge, man. Baton Rouge. How you gotta say it?
Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Ah,
Shout out
yeah.
to that Twan visual, man. We gotta get you in here, Twan. We gotta
Twan,
make
what
that
up?
happen. We gotta make it happen, man.
Yes, indeed. I didn't even know they was playing in the game until yesterday.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about who won.
Yeah. Hey, man, it was crazy too, man, because they were down and, hey, man, they weathered the storm and came back out and it
I
just looked.
see.
My bet didn't go through, so I ain't know.
Man.
Whatever.
What were you thinking?
Yeah, man.
That's a bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we thinking?
We.
Anyway, yeah, so,
You ain't the Cowboys.
no,
I love your Cowboys.
Nah, I don't rock with them, man. Since we just dabbling on sports right now, what do you think about you? Do you favor the Cowboys as
No.
a team? Yeah, man, it was crazy though. I do keep up with sports, a lot of football. You know what I mean? End of the year, they fired Jason Garrett, they long tender coach.
Did they?
Yeah, they ended up firing him. Hired what's the dude that used to be in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers?
Oh. The
Uh,
old dude?
yeah.
That used to be with the Broncos? Not him.
No, not him. Anyway, here nor there, but Dallas ended up not making the playoffs, and Yeah, man.
What was that shit you was telling me the other day? You were saying about Tony Romo
Oh.
is about to be what now?
They're offering ESPN right now is in like basically a bidding war because Tony Romo is with NBC.
Okay.
So they want Tony Romo to become the new highest paid
Analyst, sports
analyst
Uh-huh.
for ESPN, which would guarantee him like 14 to 15 million. And
A year or just a contract?
I'm thinking it's a year. I got it here in my notes.
But he's probably worth it.
But saying that to say, Stephen A. just was the highest paid analyst.
What?
Yes.
McCarthy.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy, man.
So Stephen
Nick,
A.
man, eye opener.
Stephen A. was the one who recently got the bag.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
And so everybody felt like, okay, that was well deserved. Stephen A., black man, he was the highest paid analyst right now at ESPN.
Yeah, well, I mean, you
And
get
then-
old and
No, he ain't old.
Niggas don't really
He
rock
been
with
around
Stephen A.
a
though.
long-
No,
he's
no.
old, man. He's stale to me. I like Shannon
Stephen A.
Sharp still. I like his way he do it. I don't watch it all a lot,
Yeah.
but I like the entertainment value. But I like Shannon Sharp style. I'm not a LeBron fan, but he loves that dude. But he's to his own. A lot of people love the Cowboys. I don't say nothing about their mental health, but it's okay. So I just really think that
So
that's a good move to get
Tony
Romo,
Romo, it's
but I
10
don't
to
think
14.
he's worth more than
10
Stephen A.
10 to 14 per year. Nobody has
Wow.
topped that, is what it says in John Madden's salary was $8 million.
Really?
Yeah.
He should have been worth way more than that.
Yeah, but you like look with the year we in, everybody getting more money
That
now.
was the early 2000s, the end of his reign.
And
wasn't
so
it?
$8 million for that job back then was probably like grandiose. So like this
14,
one,
Now
yeah.
you gotta remember, John Madden didn't fly. He went everywhere on bus. So for him to commentate for the games, he would have to, leave early, you know what I mean? And
That's
everything.
why I think he
Yeah,
should have been
the
worth
big
more
old-
than eight.
Yeah, the Madden bus.
Yeah, the big bus.
He never
I know.
flew.
I
Never
remember that.
flew.
But the point I'm saying is that's why I thought he would have been worth more than that.
Really?
Because you can do a lot more with 8 million flying than you can on the highway. So I would have thought he would have got paid more than 8. But who am I to say? 8 would probably way more than anybody else in his family made a year. 8 is nice. I'm over here talking about 8 and 14 like they ain't shit.
Right.
One of these days I'm gonna make 8 and 14
Like it ain't shit.
Yeah.
on the real.
Like it ain't shit.
Yeah, it's just a matter
Yeah,
of
there's
fact.
just a
That's interesting.
synopsis though of the sports of because we dib and dab. I like to me and Boy was speaking about a way that I got a couple of friends that played NFL and a couple of friends that that coaches at different from collegiate to high school. You know what I mean? So we was trying to see how we could implement sports,
Yeah.
as a section for some of our viewers, some of our
They go
younger
like
viewers. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm a background.
we in an area where sports is prevalent.
Yeah.
I'm not a big, huge sports fan. A lot of people that know me know that I don't even watch the politics like I used to.
Yeah.
Now, if it isn't something about how I'm going to help improve the planet, I really don't get down with it anyway. And that mostly involves how I'm going to be improving myself. But on real talk, sports is a way out. Still, for people who wouldn't, for any other reason but their athletic ability, be able to make a good living. Because they normally don't. Everybody gets certain strengths and weaknesses, so that if they maximize whatever they got, they can probably make
Profit
what
off of it, yes.
for real. I mean, a real profit. So shout out to those athletes.
Shout out to the athletes, man.
But Jay-Z has a clothing line, liquor, media group. He don't just rap.
Agent.
Agent. I mean, we could keep going.
Yeah, we can.
He ain't using one. It ain't all just sports. I was naming all that stuff other than his sports involvement. So anybody that's in sports, okay, do sports, but you gotta remember you're a brand.
That's just now really becoming a popular thing to do. You know, like with the
Branding
people like,
yourself.
with the people like LeBron and shit like that. But you gotta realize that the younger athletes, that's high school star athletes, college recruits, high college blue chip people, then they trying to be high draft picks in the league. They ain't did nothing but sports their whole life to be able to maintain and be at that level. That's really all they know. They really don't have no business savvy unless they came from that type of family with somebody that was pushing them to that. Otherwise, all they know is ball.
Right.
And so this is why you got a lot of people that get in the league, you know, and fuck the money out because they know financial literacy. They don't teach you that.
Well, but see, that's why I say that sports isn't everything. It's the brand. Look at what happened. Now, you know shit don't just happen to white boys. But what's that dude from Tyler that went to Cleveland?
Manziel?
His attitude, even though he white, rich, from the South, his attitude couldn't save him because he had a bad attitude.
You know where they're from, right? You know they from Tyler?
Tyler.
Right here.
Okay.
I just said.
Okay.
He's from Tyler
Okay.
that went to Cleveland.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is his attitude
Yeah.
is the reason why he was in the position he was
Right.
in. Because what kind of opportunities does a person like that have? You got multiple opportunities out there for you, but you got athletic ability. Some people don't have all that extra added way to make it. So if sports is your thing, you got to remember while you in high school to have a good attitude because you're a business. And you're going to want people to shop with you, especially from home. And then if home, then everywhere else. So even if it's going to be sports, these young brothers and sisters need to know that they're going to grow up to be like Serena Williams. You a brand.
Her and her sister just bought stake or stock, however you call it, in the Miami Dolphins. They white owners now.
Yeah, that's been a couple
percentage
years.
wise.
Yeah, that's been a couple years. Yeah, that's been a couple years and that's legit. Like it's very much legit that they're part owners in that. Yeah.
But they doing more than tennis.
Yeah. Hey.
And that's just it. You know.
Got to be more than just run, nigga, dribble.
Hey, this was in the paper today. Earl Campbell. Cold
Legend.
Cold.
Hall of
On the
Fame,
field.
man.
Yeah.
But what does he do?
Them hot legs.
Them highlands.
Earl Campbell hot legs, man. Earl Campbell, what you got?
You better do something. You know he better can't walk his knees bad. So you got to have a backup plan.
He can make
to get
sausage.
some money.
Hey.
Everybody know he can make. That nigga can make some sausage.
Hey, man.
Hey, what about, I don't know, is this fake news or what, man? But did Lil Boosie beat up George Zimmerman? Ain't nobody else heard that?
I ain't heard that.
I just seen this trending, like somewhere in Florida. They say, but it might be fake news, but if anybody know the real on this, man, let us know, because they said Boosie went to jail for beating up George Zimmerman.
That's gotta be fake, because I would have, well, I don't know, since I avoid the news like the plague.
Right. Let me ask you this, you went to college. Was you in a fraternity?
No.
Okay.
I did want to be though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I asked this.
I wanted to be.
I asked this speaking about Lil Boosie. How I don't know if you caught the flag he caught for wearing
the cap apple side.
They was on Boosie's head, man.
Hey, I mean, rightfully so. That's their thing. And as any kind of star, he's learning on his own though.
Mm-hmm.
And it's genuine and it's organic, so it's cool. But he's from Baton Rouge. He had to have known this, but then I thought to myself, when I was in Baton Rouge, I was around a lot of people that was at Southern. So I understood what college life and Greek life was.
But you know, Boosie ain't been in that.
That's what trips me out. Southern is right around the corner. That nigga's from the
Boosie
neighborhood.
say, I'm from across the tracks, man.
He's from the same neighborhood that when I went to Baton Rouge every summer and where I grew up at, as far as where I graduated from high school. That same neighborhood. The point is that it might be possible that he never made it to see that. So it seemed organic. So
yeah, and also the way he received it once, because at first Boosie was like, man, fuck y'all, I can't tell me what to wear. Then I think there's people inside his camp that might be campers. I believe he called the niggas on the phone, come show me how to do the dance. The shimmy.
Yeah.
And so even with that, man, Boosie playing that shit really smart, man. He really did an ingenious move by saying, y'all come to Boosie, man.
Down, gonna be played everywhere.
And so them screens finna go crazy.
Yeah,
He gonna go back platinum.
Money,
yeah, he gonna get another platinum play.
Running numbers up.
Wipe Me Down. And Wipe Me Down, how old is Wipe Me Down?
Is it
10 or 15.
Is it 15?
It's 2005. I mean, 15 to 2005. Wipe me down. I don't know what I was doing. I was somewhere in the club. I was somewhere wiping myself down when that shit came out. You can believe that.
Yeah, I don't know how old it is, but I know that he still played it ingenious. I think that's why certain people that reach a certain level have certain people around them, so that whatever they wear, where they wear it at, they conscious. And if they don't have somebody, they need somebody like me that can tell you when you're in a certain area, it's a certain culture.
Right.
It's a certain culture.
That you it's more smarter, accessible for you to be able to operate and maneuver through these places. You're gonna want to be in.
Somebody needs to tell you, don't go in the crypt already.
Right.
Simple as that.
Right, exactly.
It ain't hard.
Hey, it's fire over there.
Yes.
Take off the gasoline draws. It's real simple.
Yeah, man.
It's fire over there. Don't fool with that fire. It came out in 07.
Okay.
Yeah.
07.
13 years ago.
That is 13 years. I was thinking like 7.
I was out of my mind 13 years ago. I was out of my mind 13 years ago, man.
07? Y'all said?
What?
I was in college, man.
Hey, Bootsy hit him with this. He said, since I can't wear y'all stuff, and I hear you go, then stop pay me for my song.
Y'all dance to my song.
Y'all dance to my song.
Yeah.
You owe me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boosie was doing the shimmy, man.
Hey.
Was they rubbing their hands and their thighs?
Yeah.
He said, I tell you what we gonna do. We gonna have the 5 baddest ones come to best steppers come to the Boosie band.
Right.
And they can come on stage with me.
What did he say he was gonna give him? Was it like $3 grand, $5 grand?
A band or 3 or something.
Something like that. He gonna make it worth their while.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Folks said it's gonna be Greek from all over getting to the
Going to the Boosie band.
trying to get that 3. There's some stacks though. He gonna put up some
And
stacks.
then you think about it, it ain't just like that Boosie Bash, no bullshit ass. He got some big baby on the tour, the baby, little baby,
some bread.
Look, even though what's deeper than that, you got cappers that are in positions of power.
Oh yeah, all over the.
So
He's in
somebody,
Atlanta.
you know, they pulled his coat to tell him, you know, he had a good understanding. Wait a minute.
It's better ways to
somebody,
do this.
I may get a check at this college, and the person that write my check is a senior capper.
And I disrespected him, and they ain't gonna let it stand.
I think he handled it. I think he handled it to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
But I think everybody, you know, and there's nothing wrong with being organic with it, but I think everybody needs somebody that can run some thoughts behind, you know, doing certain things. But I don't think he knew. But it was all good. It's a win-win. You're gonna have a lot of young brothers and sisters, or brothers, gonna want to be cappers because of that. And Noble, I don't think is the best choice. I don't think the fraternity that I long time wanted to be in, but I'm just, you know, struggling with just that whole concept now, is better. But the point is that it got attention. And it's good attention. It wasn't all negative.
Yeah.
It's a learning experience. Everybody gonna make some bread.
Then he got his show coming up. Boosie be putting on that Boosie Bash and like the mini dome, the loser, you know what I mean? And it's like he packs it. I'm talking about it's a weekend full of events where he does charities, he does stuff in the neighborhood, picnics, and then he caps it off with, like I say, major artists himself, his artists,
right?
And hey man, it's like he catapulted himself into something just why he knew, because every year he has his bag.
Hey, my boy just said, Talib just said that the Boosie's brother is a captain.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's what
that's why he had his shirt.
Instagram. He kept saying brother, but I didn't know if that was his real brother.
So that makes
Close
sense.
somebody. It's like when I say, my brother, he a captain. So, somebody in his camp was close
He
enough
kept
to tell
calling
him.
him his brother.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. The news I have been following that's really tripping me out for some ungodly reason is this whole shit with Harry and Meghan and the royal family in Britain.
So this is Prince, you talking about Prince Harry, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
And his wife, Meghan Markle, I think is her name.
Yes, sir.
She's a black woman.
Black.
Her mama black.
Yeah.
Her mama black.
Dominant genes,
Mama black.
So she's a black woman. Go ahead.
And I remember not too long ago they had some kind of vote or opinion going around about her being in the royal family. And it was like, I was wondering what this is about, They trying to make it about she was married before or whatnot. But I know that the woman is beautiful. So you can't say she's ugly. She's got something going on, right? I don't know what, but she got some kind of vibe. I feel it. She's married to, for the first time, they got black folks in the royal family.
That's gonna change a whole different bloodline.
But they try to say that she said something foul to Princess Kate's staff. But I'm like, wait a minute, y'all was just trying to vote her out of being in the royal family. And now y'all got a problem with them now? They gonna just up and move to the US eventually?
So, okay, slow it down for me because I just wanna make sure I'm on. So the Princess Kate, you said who's moving to the?
This is Meghan Markle.
Yeah, I just saw Meghan and them moving.
Her and Prince Harry
are coming over.
Yeah, they going to Canada. They don't want to come to the U.S. until Donald Trump is out.
Of course not.
And what did they say they was doing from the royal family?
The royal family is in a huff and puff because the Queen said it didn't go through her to give approval, but now she blesses it. Some bullshit.
Yeah,
no, they're moving.
They
want to
listen.
Prince Harry is pulling one of them old Hakeem.
I'm taking my
coming to America. He renouncing the throne.
They renouncing
basically.
From the family.
Yeah.
He got to do it gradually.
Yeah.
But he's saying we want to be independently wealthy. We don't want to rely on the per diem or whatever the annual
and then
salary
and then have to abide by your rules and your conduct and your justice and your belief system.
Yeah, and they to the point where they talking to him about how you gonna be able to use the royal name and stuff. You ain't gonna be able to use it. Everybody gonna know who the hell he is.
It's Prince Harry.
Yeah. So I mean, you take away the security, okay? They kidnap him, and then they gonna go after the royal family jewels. I'm just saying, you can't just leave him out. And okay, he married to a nigga.
Yeah.
Deal with it. Cut and dry. All they tripping, man. And the only thing, and y'all, I ain't been watching the news like crazy, but this story I've been reading every line. I'm like, I know bullshit when I'm reading it.
Okay.
And that's what when we talking about the real aspects. The real aspects is you break down that whole situation. It comes down to they prejudice, they racist, and they didn't want her in the royal family. So now they willing to leave and leave on their own terms, but they ain't digging that. They still want to have something to say. Dude, there's a lot of shit going on with Trump crazy ass, and over here and with Iran and all that bullshit. But we already know what's gonna happen with that. I mean, let's face it, it's gonna be a little war, but they keep fucking around in Iran, and Iran ain't got what we got, They can end this all tomorrow. In 15 minutes, they can end it all. Because they got it.
Oh yeah.
You don't think Iran got him?
Listen.
Not like America.
Listen.
America's motherfucker. It's only one or two that can get in the
You
Russians.
Hey.
Them fucking Russians.
They ain't got it.
And what's the
Chinese, they ain't got it.
America's at the top, I know though.
They ain't got it.
America's still holding on by the military. That's the standing force.
Listen.
It's keeping motherfuckers from just dropping nuts on us.
You know how, this is how crazy this is. This is how I can tell y'all. I be knowing shit because I live it. My parents, both 36 and 38 year retirees of the largest armory in the Department of Defense.
Yeah, you tell me about that.
Okay? All my life, I lived it. That they got so much shit over there on that island that if you came anywhere near here, they could fire off rounds for months.
Damn.
And
for months.
You think they don't have that type of military technology in these other places?
For months. Duke.
I'll say this.
Duke. For months.
I'm gonna check
this motherfucker, man.
Rock Island Arsenal.
This motherfucker, man. And I say this like I said. This white boy. When we talk about the America, we talk about this army, this navy, the military. Is the most known killer ever to walk on the planet.
Absolutely.
So I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Because the Spaniards, I have to check that one out. But by far the nastiest. Okay, anyway, get it, my bad.
No, I'm just saying they known for bloodshed, so I would agree, or concur that they military and the weapons they have, to try to prevent their extinction, they gonna go to the extreme.
Okay, I got a couple stats for y'all when I was over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in 2019, China had the largest active duty military force in the world with about 2.18 million active military personnel.
Of course.
India and the United States and North Korea and Russia rounded out the top 5 countries with the largest active duty military forces.
Right.
So,
you got 1 billion people.
Yeah, you had China, India, and then the United States. So
they're the 2 largest populations, China and India.
Yeah.
That's just numbers of soldiers,
And
but they don't have, they got some technology in China, but they don't have what we got.
They ain't got that shit.
They don't have the mindset.
Iran is 5 ranked below the United States. So that's basically like picking a fight.
Listen, number 2 is so far away from number 1 that number 5 is almost insignificant.
Yeah, it's like.
And they got some shit.
Yeah.
They got nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
But by the time that happened, we got shit that's like parked right there next door. Like, okay, keep bullshitting, and in 15 minutes, life as you know it is nothing but rubber.
Damn.
Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not bragging about the military, I'm just bragging about them. Yeah. I'm like, but you get certain people with that kind of power in their hands, they get drunk. They get, what do you call it? Like power drunk. You power drunk. So you don't even have to use them because you can just flex. But then when somebody tests your nuts, like what you gonna do then? Because you flex, now what?
Is that the time we in now?
Could be.
The way the Iranians say it, they ain't gonna let the shit slide.
Hey, right. And then now the British is talking about the United States is the problem, not British, the Canadians. Because they lost like 76 people in that flight that Iran shot down from Ukraine. Right? They lost 76 people.
And they say that blood on U.S. hands.
On U.S. hands. Now your neighbors upstairs is tripping with you.
Right.
So
and you don't fuck with your neighbors down there. You want to run them off.
Hey, but when you got a problem and you a gangster, you get rid of the problem. And that's where I think we at. I think they're gonna get rid of the problem because they ain't gonna shut their mouth. The Ayatollah or whatever they are, they ain't gonna shut their mouth. So it's something gonna happen. I just hope everybody ready. I'm thinking like, if it gets to me, it gets to me. But 9 times out of 10, it won't get to me. But I ain't the one that got that blood on my hand. Because I don't agree with none of it.
Nah, but even the Iranians said, we don't have no problem with Americans per se. We got a problem with the motherfuckers that's in charge, just with the leaders.
Hey, but they representation of everybody. There's no representation without taxation or whatever.
We're gonna get taxed
without representation. They get taxed and we put them in office.
Yeah.
So it's really a force on the vote by this year they vote.
2020. Trump.
They keep them in there, you can expect it'll be a lot. If Canadians is tripping, French tripping, Britain tripping, the Russians and the Syrians were talking, and they was tripping on dude. Yeah. I'm slowly but surely getting back into some of this news that I'm thinking like, because this whole shit with Iran is something you need to pay attention to. Because it's going to go down and you need to know where to duck.
Shit.
I'm telling you, if where you shop at on a regular basis, wherever you buy, whatever you buy at, if you don't know the ethnicity of the people that you're shopping from, you tripping. Because everybody's culture has a tendency to want to survive. And if it means me or you, it's gonna be you. And I think people really need to know where they're shopping at.
Yeah.
So that you ain't shopping somewhere where they're like, you know what, they got jihad. I'm just telling you flat out. It shouldn't be that way, but folks need to wake up. We've always needed to know where our source of whatever for consumer goods comes from. Remember how the Chinese were fucking over them animals with that bad dog food?
Yep.
You don't even know the source. They said you shouldn't have dog food from this part of the world, and yet it came from there.
Damn.
And you knew what was in it. They knew what was in it already. So, man, these folks is new. I hope we paying attention. Because they trying to hide something rotten in Denmark, man. I don't know if they trying to hide this impeachment or what, but it's a whole lot of shit going on.
What does the impeachment mean? What does that mean to us? Because it don't mean shit to me personally.
Impeachment is like an indictment to us.
Yeah.
An impeachment is an indictment, meaning that they had the council, the group, the committee, the jury, the whatever, met and looked over these charges and they said, you know what? It's grounds for this to be gone to court.
So let's take
them to court. And that's basically it.
And see, the impeachment that everybody else knows was the whole Bill Clinton. But it was different. It wasn't the same.
They know Nixon too.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Did they get Clinton out of there during his term?
No.
He served his term out.
Yeah. Impeachment doesn't necessarily get you out of your time.
That's what people think gonna happen. That's the mindset. Or he got impeached. Or damn.
They gonna kick him out. Boom, out on the law. And get out.
Here's what I would like to see happen. And if any of the stuff they say about this man, if it's true, I'd like to see him brought up on criminal charges. And I'd like to see him lose his lifetime support from the federal government. Because they get a nice salary.
But if he did lose it, it's not going to affect him because there's so many people in position of power with the money.
It will affect him. because he's gonna be excluded from doing certain kinds of business. You can't be involved in certain kinds of business with certain kinds of charges.
But this man, we talking about somebody who has
I
filed
know he
bankruptcy
got-
all
I-
the time.
I
You
know-
don't think this man got
I know what
ways
you're saying.
around to do this?
Of course he got ways around it. But the thing of it is it still put restrictions on him, and he's gonna have to protect himself. Cause there's ways they can take some of that protection from him, cause you gotta protect him. He knows secrets, but I don't know what secrets they done told this man. They might not have told him something because they know he's been in hot water.
Right.
But the truth be told, if the stuff they say is true, I like to see, as bad as he wanted Hillary to go to jail for these emails, and I hear they wrapping up that investigation without one single issue, with all them 30,000 emails they thought was all incriminating somebody, and don't mean shit. They've been working on for 2 years, 3 years now, and ain't found nothing. So it's like, okay, I see what y'all doing, but y'all ain't even got anybody indicted except for y'all getting indicted and going to prison out of your clique. I don't care if you're gonna do bad, right? But don't do dirty, right?
Man.
You know, if you're gonna do bad, do bad.
But look, we ain't never known this construct to not be dirty.
Dirty.
We don't know nothing else, and they haven't admitted it. You know, they rat each other out to, you know, just gain more power for the Republicans or this group of people, but they not gonna just say we've been the dirty country. They'll say it to everybody else except niggas.
Right.
They'll tell everybody else how they've wronged them and even compensate them.
Right, or try to.
Except niggas. Niggas can't even go to the doctor and tell them we in pain.
Yeah,
Right.
That's that kind of small shit to where they like.
Institutionalization. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, and this is my opinion, you got to have your shit together at the heart, at home. When I say home, I mean inside of your own being and inside of your surrounding area with your people, and how you gonna move if something do happen.
If something do happen.
Because it don't matter who they put in the president. Like they said, they was talking about how Obama, everybody love Obama. Everybody, like black people, they love Obama. They love Michelle Obama. They love that image.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we love.
Mm-hmm.
The image. Because you can't say this black man did this for the black people. Because the way I'm seeing shit, motherfucker can say Trump done did more for niggas than Obama. And they might be right.
Yeah.
Right.
They definitely might be.
They were just talking shit saying how Obama let so many Iranians into the country.
Right.
Let all these sleeper cells in. You know, when people say go, they gonna go. You know, shit start blowing up around here. Niggas know why.
You know what they
Peace.
doing? Yeah, and it's just, man, I don't know. The thing of it is that we gotta get this information, folks that hear this and watch this podcast, to understand that it's more going on now that you should be paying attention to. And trust me, I'm one that just wants to mind my own business, but some of this stuff is going to impact our households like real quick. You know, anytime people are on the brink of war, and then there's politics involved, and people who don't really give a damn in the politics that's ready to go to war involved. You gotta be paying attention, because your loved ones are gonna have to deal with it. I got family in the military, right? And so I don't particularly want them, the next time I see them is because of some kind of funeral, right? So we just got to be more aware, man, of what's going on with all this stuff, even the sports. Because there's opportunities there, man. And there's opportunities with folks just doing what we doing.
Right.
And this YouTube thing, man. It's opportunity out here.
Shout out to the 4 people in YouTube world right there, man.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
y'all
man.
for tuning in, man.
Thank
Go
y'all.
ahead, hit that like button, drop some comments off in there.
Yeah.
Man, we
You
just
know.
in here birthday celebrating. As y'all see me, I'm squirming, man. Hey, man, man, you wouldn't even believe it if I told you, man.
You over here menting around.
The
Hey,
birthday
I'm
kicking
He
your
menting
eye.
up. He menting
Hey.
up over here, y'all.
I've been going hard since Friday, y'all. I'm being 100% honest, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired.
I was wondering when he was gonna wear it out.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been this weekend, but
No,
34 was
man,
starting to kick in. You
Hey,
can't
I
do
got-
it like you used to do it.
Exactly. I got to reset, recharge, and recalibrate.
You better
All
get
the
some
R's,
water.
man. R and R.
Hey, you said you had one story though. You was telling me about.
Mm-hmm.
What was going on with was a special needs child?
What's it?
Definitely. Okay. Out in, I'm gonna get all the details because
Houston somewhere.
Yes, out in Houston, it was a special needs child that was in a class, and you know,
A black woman was whooping his ass,
kicking him.
throwing
Throwing-
shit on the ground, just making them pick it up, just abuse. You know what I'm
What?
saying? But the thing that tripped me out about it is the amount of the adults around that
Just
just
watching
watch the shit happen
What?
day after day. You know, not just one isolated incident. This was like the teacher had a vendetta against a special needs child.
And it was no way that he was able to speak that because he had he's special needs, so he couldn't relay the message to his parents. But every day he was basically like terrified when it's time to go to school type shit.
That teacher is a sick bitch.
The bitch is I mean that is terrible, man. Because the pictures that I seen, she was flipping over desk and was telling him, you don't like, pick it up. You see, that's how you do me. Pick that shit up right now. That's how you do me. You come in here, you just flip over. And I'm like, okay, I'm confused, baby. This your job. Like, he's specially, you know what I mean?
Really?
Like, because he flips over a desk.
So what's going on with this situation? Where they at?
So they called the town hall on the situation, and the parents is basically said they want the public to be involved with the town hall. I think it might have been yesterday or today, and they wanted the public to be because they wanted this to never happen to another
Right.
special needs child. But it's I
Did
think
they arrest this woman? No.
so I would definitely
No, not really.
yeah.
Really? And she black? And they haven't arrested her?
Yeah,
She black.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
she black.
Sad, man.
Let
That's
me-
why one thing,
Oh,
man,
that's
when your kids in school, man, you know, we think every time the teacher calls and say your kid's fucking up, we might off the rip go upside our kids' head and not even
Right.
listen to what they have to say.
Right.
We're not even aware of the abuse they could possibly be going through when they go to school because it's the biggest dictatorship in your life when you
Yeah.
are a child and somebody other than your parents, you know, are telling you what to do every day. And you know, now that I'm grown, I realize a lot of the teachers, they ain't got it all together, man. They don't have it all together, man. You gotta look at people that got home life fucked up. They go to work and then they can bully on somebody's kids, you know what I'm saying? And then they have the voice and to be able to articulate and to say this is what really happened. Your child didn't do this, so now you have an adult's word against your child word. So you really
Right.
got to just really, you know, figure out what our children are going through. Ask our children, man, how your day was, or what teacher is what, so we can have an understanding of when our kids are being fucked with and when our kids are just up there fucking up.
Right.
Because if you're fucking with mine, we got a real big problem because I have a good enough relationship to be able to know that my child gonna tell me the truth. At least that's what I hope. And if it's not, we're gonna go up there and talk about it. But, you know, we gotta be more active, man. And like I said, it don't always be white folks, man. Sometimes it be people that look just like us, just as fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's just sick
It's-
that's terrible though, man.
And that's partially why the reason why I stopped doing a lot of the stuff I did publicly. In the public, I do it much more private, much more individualistic, and I think much more meaningful now. and that's being involved with helping folks who only mean harm, man. We have a real, I think that's one of the detriments to us as a people, is being so loyal and faithful to a fault. We be trusting in people just because we had some kind of thing at some point, and then we be like, you know what? I should be able to trust them. And then, boom.
You can trust her.
Next thing you know, you the nigga standing next to the payphone with a banana.
I don't like this shit.
Say, I don't like that shit. I'm gonna drop a dime on that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The banana.
Shout out to Stacy in the chat.
Banana. If y'all don't know what that is, that's a particular part of a movie named Belly. If you ain't seen a good
classic.
movie, classic.
DMX,
Belly.
Nas, it's a couple of that, man. Bunch of people in there, man.
Man. So, yeah, man. Thurgood Marshall. All my
Skin folk ain't kinfolk, man.
Oh, ball check.
No. So you just gotta be, you gotta be smart. You gotta put people in a situation where they tested to be tried and true. That if nobody else was there, if nobody else was watching,
Come on, man.
they would be the same.
They go to jury. They go to jury.
People don't know, man. That's like, I do that shit. Like motherfucker don't be knowing it, but shit. Because I've been done that way. I know for a fact it may be a superior at a job, or it may be somebody that's been watching you seeing what you gonna do. A motherfucker may give you an extra $100 to just to see if you're gonna give it back to him.
Absolutely.
That's done happened to me before.
Absolutely. And only the noble and the truly righteous one does right, because they know that $100 could cost you 1,000.
Could cost you 100,000.
A million. A meal ticket. $100 could cost. If a person tests you with $100 just to see if they can put you in a $100,000 a year position, trust your heart.
When you fuck that up, boy, ain't nobody fault but your own.
Man, that's what's wrong with relationships, man. Is that people, if you just sit back and you put all of the weight in one basket and then balance it off in another basket, I'm telling you, the good outweigh the bad in a relationship.
Yep.
And if the bad ever outweigh the good, why did you wait
so long? Man,
it's right here.
I was this was New Year's. This was last year. Last year, December. I was at a karaoke bar, man, in Houston. And the owner of it, I think it was a 91-year-old Asian man or some man, some of that descent. Man, he got up there, man, and did a karaoke song. It's his club. He walking around the club, so I called him outside. He out there smoking a cigarette. So I asked him, first thing I asked him, man, what's the secret? You 91 and you still got all your mental functions. You still can get around good. What's the secret? You know what he told me? He said 2 things. 1, be happy. And he said 2, don't fuck over nobody. This is what he told me verbatim. He said, you got too much shit to be worried about shit. You should just be happy. And he said, don't fuck over nobody because they fuck with your conscience. You can't even sleep at night knowing the shit that you've done. That eats your life away. I'm like, damn. 2 things. Be happy and don't fuck over nobody.
Makes sense.
And then he was telling me, I asked him this too, like, damn, man, you out here still smoking? How long you been smoking? That motherfucker said for about 40, 50 years. But you know them Asians, they'll be out there at 6 years old smoking cigarettes. But he lied been smoking for 70 years.
90.
But he also told me, he say, he's like, with relationships, the thing that kills relationships the most is no communication and no trust.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell me no shit that made me have to think. Because everything he was saying was so simple and spot on. It's like, damn, we are trying to overcomplicate shit and won't even talk about what our rift is.
Right.
When it really could be resolved with one conversation. So, relationship wise, I think like we have a problem with that because we don't trust each other for one. And that's because of what you've shown people.
Right.
If your actions have shown, well, this motherfucker here, like we were just talking about, I know when I got my eyes on him, I know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
But when the door closed, I don't know what the nigga do. We ain't been through that fire where they been trying to test it with shit. Regardless of what's gonna happen, this motherfucker gonna be down for me. So we don't have that, and I think a lot of that boils down to self. I know it do. It boils down to self because if you don't have yourself, if you haven't been in that space to be alone to get to know who you are, then you always reaching out. You always reaching out for things that you really get from the inside. And so you can never find the right people or have the energy around you because you ain't got it right within yourself. And a lot of relationships fuck up because people don't take their time to get to know themselves. Don't take their time to detox from all of the abuse that we've put ourselves through because the way we was brought up, we was raised,
They call it mending the broken heart, They just,
Yeah. Two broken hearts ain't gonna do no healing.
Nah.
One broken heart and one right heart ain't gonna do too much, man. It's got to be two hearts pumping, man. You gotta have this shit together, man.
Yes, indeed.
Cause we can heal, but what is it? Is it called an axiom? A saying? Is that the word? I think that's what it is. It is physician, heal thyself. Anybody ever heard that?
Anybody?
Yeah, I know I have.
Physician, heal thyself. So if you can't heal yourself, you're gonna have a problem trying to go tell somebody else what they need to do. And even though from the outside looking in, we might have that vision where you can help somebody because they can't see shit that was in themselves that they don't want to recognize. But if you fucked up in your head, ain't nobody gonna really even give you the time to try to tell them anything.
Man, it's like what we was talking about when we got here, and people, one, knowing your worth, but being able to recognize who you are, and sometimes using that because of your good name to get perks. And I think that's what it's about in order for us to exceed our goals, because we got to constantly change our goals. Once you reach your goal, you should change it to something else, right? And if we keep striving for bigger and better or higher heights to get to what we desire, right? Then it should be easy for us to stay focused on what it is we gotta be doing. And I say that because there's so much distraction. We was talking about at the top of the show, man, it's gotta be getting us off of something, and it's probably off of something we probably should be paying attention to. And it might be ourselves. Because they got us worried about everything else going on.
Right.
And when you got shit like that going on, that's when you really need to start looking within and finding out more about who you are. So you don't
like the comment in the chat room, I opened the Nick Red Fitted. He said that's why clout chasing is at an all-time high.
Man.
Because we more comfortable wearing a mask.
Man, these folks, they don't even want to wear the mask. They'll jump off somebody else's back and they don't care if they break your back doing it.
Huh.
That's what they doing. And I've never subscribed to such foolery. So I can't let them get to me because there's been people like that forever.
I gotta get some shots out in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all showing up. CC Hustle, 814 Pamela, Red Fitted, Bianca Bennett. You know, we up in here. Everybody had something to say. CC Hustle, she was making a point. I didn't get to read it because we were still going in, but we are throwing our babies away. You know what I'm saying? When we just take them to school and drop them off and pick them up like it's a daycare. You know, so we gotta, you know, like we just like I was saying earlier, gotta, you know, have a better relationship with our kids. And 814 Pamela said I had a good comment about the Asians. They got a lot of natural remedies they do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we had.
Not more than Africans.
That's what we had back when our grannies, you know what I'm saying? We ain't nothing but a generation away from that. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 generations, our grandma and them, they didn't go to the doctor like that. You know what I'm saying? They went out there and got the bark off the tree, boiled that shit. You know what I'm saying? They got the
snow pot on.
Man, they knew this shit. You know what I'm saying? They knew this. So we got to get back to that too. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to that.
African. I bet you got somebody in Africa. You do something out there, grass out there.
I bet you there's some people right in that we know around this area, around every area, wherever y'all at. It's some old folks in there, man, that you tell them you got a goddamn rash on your elbow and they'll tell you, well, go rub some of that on it for 3 days. You know, go drink this, you know.
Yeah.
We got to tap back in, man, to ourselves. Listen, man, we've been here about a cool hour, man. We got about like 3, 4, 5 minutes maybe left on our tablet. Battery a little low. That's on me. I didn't have it fully charged up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to cut off. But man, y'all got any closing remarks, man, for the first trap talk of the dub?
Man.
Yeah, I just made that up just off the top of the head.
Trap talk, dub.
Quick shit.
Ooh, that was nice, man. We need to trademark logo, brand, bingo. You know, nah, man, it's just we touching on it, man. We just want everybody to keep on logging in, leaving your comments, subscribing, sharing.
Go to the Instagram, follow the Press Box Media Group.
Yeah.
Follow Gumbo Talk Show. Follow that.
And Gumbo Talk.
Ain't Gumbo Talk.
Listen, man, thank y'all, man. Y'all watch these videos, leave some comments. What I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna do the Cash App giveaway.
Man. Somebody
gonna get some free money, you know, just for being a part of the Press Box family.
Amen.
You know, it's perks in this shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you know anybody that would like to be a sponsor in 2020, the sponsorship is going to go a little different than it did last year because it gave people opportunities, you know, to get their businesses out there a little bit. But in real life, advertisement costs money, promotion costs money. So if you want to have your business advertised, you know, hit us up, hit the DM. And we can talk about getting it done. It'll be worth it. We're gonna do our best to give y'all at least 2 shows a week. You know what I'm saying? Be more consistent with our work. And videos in between. And we also got a call out for editors and videographers too. We got some outside work that we'll be doing coming up soon, man.
With a lot of different projects we need, you know, we're gonna be needing and reaching out. And definitely be able to put a person in a position to not only work with us, but work with the people we know and get you some money too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's opportunities lined out. You know what I mean? Definitely for anybody that's tuning in, I'm definitely grateful. Man, definitely thankful. There's no better present than this right here is having our shit up and going. And like you said, we don't want it to hang, close out on y'all. So hey, I'm saying my see you laters, never goodbyes, Hey man, it's going down. Big boy.
The 16th, 8 p.m. Gumbo Talk Show this week at Facebook Live at Gumbo Talk or Blog Talk Radio 515-605-9375. The topic this Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard is Yea, Though I Walk. And we're gonna pop it off from
That's
there.
gonna be heavy, man.
That's
I gotta
heavy.
make that call, man. I gotta make that call. I'm gonna make that call. I'm gonna be on that line. Man. Yeah, if you wanna be a guest, you wanna come on and talk the shit with us, like I said, hit the Press Box Media Group on IG, hit the DM, and we'll make that shit happen, man. Like I say, that's it, man. Good show. Appreciate y'all, my brothers.
Oh yeah, love the energy, man.
2020, man. It's
Let's
all the
get
way
it.
up there.
Dub.
The dub, man. We're
Trap
gonna holler at
talk.
y'all.
This trap
Dub,
talk
dub.
with the dub.
Yeah.